What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I am thrilled to bring you my review of the Discmania Cloudbreaker 2 Swirly S-Line DD3. So the Swirly S-Line DD3 is Eagle McMahon's signature series driver. Every Discmania Pro is throwing the DD3 at this point. They go really, really far. And I have my first run Cloudbreaker here to show you guys the difference in the shape, because they are shaped a little bit differently between the two runs. So the first run is a little bit more flat than the second run. The second run you can clearly see is a little bit taller, and we'll just bring the other one in as well. You can see both the new ones are a little bit domier than the first run. Now, most of the Cloudbreaker ones had really ugly looking brown on brown swirls. I happened to get lucky. My buddy Colin hooked me up with a nice colored one. But this year they did not make that mistake, and they actually used really good colors. So these look really nice. They're really swirly. They feel really good. The Swirly S-Line plastic is probably my favorite plastic that Discmania makes, alongside their glow. So the look is great, the feel is great, but now you guys want to know, how does it throw? This disc absolutely bombs. Now between these two discs, the pink and purple one is quite understable. I can put it out on hyzer and it'll flip up, ride to the right a really long ways, and then fade at the end. And in tailwind throws, I can crush it hard and flat and it'll get a slight turn and go super far. I tested this disc alongside the Halo Destroyers, and the DD3s consistently went farther than the Halo Destroyers on every single throw. Now this orange and yellow one is a lot more overstable, and this is probably gonna make my bag, because this is the more stable one. I have my flippy rates to fulfill this slot, so I'll probably wind up bagging this one. But again, back to the flight, these things are absolute bombers, able to just crush this orange one into a headwind, pretty flat, and it'll just go so far. And then this pink and purple one, again, a little more understable. You can put a little bit of height on it. It'll ride super far to the right. So Eagle claimed that this run is not that stable compared to the last run. And I would say that that's not entirely true unless you have 650 feet of power in your arsenal. Again, this one is very overstable. I can throw this thing on hard flex forehand lines, and even this one can handle some flex forehand lines as well. Not quite as flexy, not quite as aggressive of an angle, maybe more just flat, and it'll get over on its own and then fade. Has a dependable turn, dependable fade. This is just a very dependable stability, which is why this is probably the one that's gonna make my bag. I'm a big fan of the Cloudbreaker DD3. I'm currently bagging my first run one, so it'll be nice to have this backup right alongside it. I've thrown this one a lot, hundreds, maybe even thousands of times, and this one actually went into the street and got run over by a bus. And ever since then, it hasn't quite flown the same. It's been a lot less stable than it used to be. So I'm really excited that my buddy Austin from the Discmania warehouse actually sent these out to me. So big time homie, hooked it up, super happy to get my hands on these. Really, really grateful, and I feel really lucky to have the opportunity to test these out and tell you guys what I think. So huge shout out to Austin. Appreciate you hooking us up with these here at Iceberg TV. Really, really happy to be able to test these, and really pumped that this one's actually probably gonna make my bag. So the stamp looks really sweet. These just look super good. They did a much nicer job with the colors and the swirls this year than they have in the previous year. But as far as my thoughts on the DD3 Cloudbreaker, I think it's a really good disc, and I think it has a place in most intermediate and advanced players' bags. If you have any questions about the DD3 Cloudbreaker, leave it in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.